Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a brand new video. We're talking about Superior Iron Man, this guy right here. He's having a rework. Now, at the point of recording this video, I don't know if he is in this build for release. So 45.1 is meant to be released today. So it could have already been out a couple of hours, and you may be saying, well, Rich, I already know about this stuff. And I'll be like, well, I don't know, because Kabam haven't said yay or nay, is he in this? We didn't see any information in the live stream on Friday. We didn't see anything mentioned in the, I don't think anything in the release notes. So this may be something that's happening this month or next month. So I don't know. I really don't. All I know is that Kabam have given me a PDF with some information of the champion, and that's what we're going to have a look at now and point out things that are cool, different about this version in game, and just switch between both ones as best we can. Kabam have also given notes of a 7-star variety, so I don't know if a 7-star is coming. If it is, then it could be really cool, or I really don't know, because we need to read on. 80,000 health. Champions 80,000 health at kind of like a base level is so crazy, isn't it, nowadays? So, mechanics-wise, Superior Iron Man is new kit is Attacker. Let's get an arrow. Not that one, that's a Scarlet Witch. There we go, there's an arrow. Is Attacker first, stacked as many buffs as you can and deal massive damage while doing so. Very much like a Cosmic Champion, like Serpent, like any Cosmic Champion that builds buffs. That you could name it, like Hyperion, Gore, so many. Play aggressively and see their HUD glow with 8 different unique buffs, intercept with ease with auto block, and shut down pesky projectile attacks with all new Instinct buff. Ooh. So new buffs and things that are going to be very beneficial. Base abilities, armor regeneration, power gain, and armor break. Nice. Superior Iron Man's new kit is all cosmic all the time. Chase up to 43 buffs at once for insane damage. Love it. But that's very much like a cosmic. And of course, this particular suit is meant to mimic symbiote-based stuff, which is kind of like, well, Venom Pool, and of course many others that are symbiotic, like Null, I guess. Not only is Tony's new digs going to give him a ton of buffs, he's going to have a ton of unique buffs. If you need to stack buffs anywhere in the contest, he's your guy. Buffy buff. Dot resistance, also included in his new and improved suit, is a massive amount of dot damage over time. Resistance to bleed, incinerates, and shock. What? Stack up your buffs and make these dots problems of the past. That could be very handy for any kind of hazard shift paths in Alliance Wars. That's pretty good. It also gives you solutions to problems. I'm not saying that it's going to be the best, but then if you're looking at certain champions that may emit those debuffs, then yeah, great, fantastic. Of course, to counter that is going to be Nullify. Lots of buffs, remove with Nullify. Atrophy. These buffs all have durations. They're fairly generous at the first, but you gain more. They become harder and harder to keep up. Atrophy is going to make this even more difficult. So I suppose if you just use Atrophy as an alternative counter measure. Abilities. Always active. Tony's armor reduces the potency of incoming bleeds, incinerates, and shock effects by 50%. This is further increased by 15% for each unique superior buff active. Similar to a degree with several other champions. Angela screaming out 1, but I think that, a similar concept, isn't it? With the signature ability up, she's able, and lots of buffs, she's able to suppress the extent of damaging debuffs coming in, or durations, something like that. It's one of the two with that one, but it's good to see. We've got further advancement reduces the potency of willpower mastery by 75%. Oh, hey, further advancement reduces the potency of the willpower mastery by 75%, but increases his bleed, incinerate, and shock resistance by 5% per active rank. Okay, so we've got another one of these. Give with one and take the other? With that? Reduces the potency of willpower, so the more potency the better to regen, but you're having as that mastery's now been like, well, I want to see that in action to see how it is. I'm just thinking of another champion that had something similar. It's not Kingpin, is it? Put in the comments who's that other, I know there's another champion that interacts with the willpower mastery. Off the top of my head I was thinking it is him, but I don't know, it could be something else. Each buff active on Tony grants X amount of armor rating depending on rank. Each buff active on Tony grants X attack rating. So the more buffs. Wow, I'm already thinking about starting off with Odin. Odin pre-fight. Odin pre-fight, Gallon pre-fight. Come on. Like, we got to do it. We got to do it. I'm looking forward to making some content on this guy. It'd be good to get back to making champion videos again, but I just haven't had the time because there's so much news and information to go off in the community. I'm really excited, actually, for this. I've got to do it. Hopefully I get the time. Dev note, trading some willpower potency for even more resistance is key to helping Tony deal with dots as soon as he enters the match. Stacking tons of buffs, even ones from outside his kit, gives him even more attack and armor, making him hit harder and able to hit harder. Nice. Then we got Endo Sim Armor. The symbiotic nature of Tony's living armor protects him. He has 25% chance to auto-block incoming basic attacks while he has 3 or more unique superior buffs. So I guess you're going to be approaching this by auto-block countering, true sense, true accuracy, yeah, that or it's suppression by nullification. So those are going to be your options. While he has 5 or more unique superior buffs, the chance to auto-block is increased to 100%, and he can now trigger the parry mastery. After triggering this way, Tony's auto-block goes on cooldown for 20 seconds. Would you want to have this as a defender? That's going to be an interesting question. I don't think so. I think a lot of people will just opt for the attacking because he will be able to deal with a lot of different situations. And of course, his damage potential is going to be very, very nice indeed. So what else? Superior buffs. Tony is better than you. Of course he is. So you are up. That sounds like Shatterstar, isn't it? I'm basically better than you. All his personal buffs are superior, gain a bonus 100% ability accuracy, and have a max stack of 8 unless otherwise stated. Unless otherwise stated, superior buffs last 35 seconds minus 8.25 seconds for each unique personal armor, resistance, critical resistance, regeneration or amplify, active. So these are going to be like extensive amount of buffs that are going to be active. I assume by the colors these will be like, okay, they've popped up on screen and yeah, operate as buffs, which of course then improve things. Using pre-fight ability, Tony can choose to make his first buff a superior energy resistance, armor up or amplify. Okay, so you choose your situation of what you want to deal with against who you want to deal with. Going up against, say, Bishop or any champion that's energy potencies high, energy resistance. If you got to go up against, I don't know, Havoc, you go armor up, amplify. Is that amplifying your potency? Maybe that'll be a consistent one you want to go with. Intercepting an opponent with a medium or striking them with a second medium attack randomly grants 1 unique core superior buff Tony does not already have. Nice. So you just got to be intercepting strong. And I think there's another one right there, isn't there? Intercepting an opponent with a light attack or striking them with a 4th light attack. This will make you constantly go like hitting the wall, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Like you'll be kind of like trying to ramp up your intercepts as much as possible. I guess that's going to be it. And that will randomly grants 2 core buffs or type Tony already has. So trying to time that. I'm not very good with timing the light one. I'm better with the medium, but I'm not very good with the light. I'll have to practice that. Refresh all superior buffs whenever a new unique superior buff is active. This does not apply for superior fury or superior power gain. Juggling these superior buffs is going to be your main objective in every fight. Use a pre-fight to pick one that you want in a specific matchup. Makes sense. And then we've got the core superior buffs. Armor up, all the resistance, whatever, and regeneration. Rather than it being, well, we'll check signature ability in a minute, but it says regenerates. You, I guess, get that in great. Increases 150% while below 60% health. So you might be able to. This might be like a super sustainable champion that you may want to use like an incursions monster, possibly. The same thing with using him in... Oh, I had it on the tip of my tongue then and it just went. But I suppose you could use him quite well in Battlegrounds. It's all about keeping your health at a certain particular threshold, then this could be ideal and very exciting. And damn, I completely forgot. I was going to mention another potential usage and it's just gone. But there's lots of applications in different areas of the game that you could use him in. Obviously content, amazing attacker. And also with a power rate increase. Special quests, your Labyrinth, your Abyss, your Necropolis. Like, you're able to keep yourself like alive, and that's one of the big things, isn't it? Heavy attack. Charging heavy attack grants superior instinct buff for 10 seconds, enabling Tony to trigger the parry mastery against non-contact attacks. This buff will not trigger if already active. Cool. Instant is a new buff and lets you parry projectiles. Where was this? A while ago when we needed it. I'm talking about, you know, the issue of Bullseye and other champions as well. This could be handy. This could have a lot of utility and, as I keep saying, applications to different types of content against different champions. You've got Havoc counter here. You've got a potential maybe counter for Bullseye or projectile-based champions. I'm not saying specifically that, but projectile-based champions, which could be very exciting if that's going to be such a crucial thing that could punish you. But yeah, for, SP1, each unique buff on Tony inflicts an armor break debuff, and that's a long length of time to have on. 2 or more unique superior buffs gain superior power gain buff, granting 40% of a bar of power. Okay, fine. So I guess it is going to be important to have those superior buffs on to get extra bonuses and action different things that are going to be helpful. Copy each active core superior buff. That can be mega to kind of like get an extensive amount and do a lot of damage. Non-attacking armor break debuffs. For 12-15 seconds, reducing the armor rating by that. 50% increased potency for each buff on Tony. So I guess the name of the game is get buffs. SP3 is further... Oh no, that superior fury buff. That may point you in the region of an SP3 rotation for longer fights. That SP3. Because you're getting an increased attack rating. Pause or other superior buffs. This buff will not trigger if already active. And Extremis Overload is your... Oh, good. So we got regeneration. Further exploitation of Extremis 3.0 virus grants Tony incredible rejuvenation capabilities while below 30%, increasing the potency of superior regeneration by 304.1%. I think a lot of people are going to be very interested to kind of rank this guy up and 200 signature, especially as, what's this, more time with Sue. Tony's reduced the cooldown of the Endosim auto block. Could be quite handy and helpful because you could get the auto block snap into a parry. Whenever Tony is inflicted with a bleed, incinerate, or shock, pause his personal buffs for 2.06 seconds. Helpful just to kind of keep them on to keep your aggression up high. Synergies wise, suit advances, further allowance, second superior buff granting, gained via medium attack ball. I think it's just helpful little things, isn't it? It's not going to be so extensive. And who else gets what? Each molecular effect increases. Yeah, it's just helpful little things for the champions. Silver Centurion gets something. Iron Man gets something that could be quite helpful. And there we go. Double Edge, Liquid Double Edge apparently is meant to be Steelside Mastery's compatible champion. Fantastic. Okay, thoughts are, it's a great champion. Really interested in the extent of damage potential. And obviously from an attacking outset, looks good with some unique utilities here and there. I'm looking forward to this. It may already be in game. It may not be for Superior Iron Man. We'll check it out later on in some content. But that's been the Spotlight. Thanks for watching. Check out some other content. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.